Hi, this is Harold Riley with Jacksonville Housing and Credit Counseling Services. I would like to share something with you. We have a very serious problem in our country right now. You see, our seniors are being scammed at an alarming rate. That's right. These scammers have turned this into a multi-billion-dollar industry. Our parents, our grandparents who gave us so much are vulnerable and are being taken advantage of by scammers nationally and internationally. And I must admit, I was oblivious to this until recently when someone came into my office to assist their grandmother with some issues that she was having. And once we started to go over her finances, we found that she was being scammed. And this story was so touching that I felt the need to share this so that you can protect your loved ones from this happening to them. You see, this lady lives alone. She's in her late 70s. She doesn't get out much, only for her doctor's appointments, maybe the supermarket, church on Sundays. She has a few distant relatives that come by to see her here and there. But her children moved away from the town that she lives in. So she pretty much spends a lot of time alone. One day, she got a phone call from someone who she said was very articulate. And they told her that she had won Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes. That's right, that Publisher Clearinghouse that we've been hearing about since we were a kid. She finally won it. The prize was $10 million. They told her that Steve Harvey, yes, the Steve Harvey that we see on Family Feud every day, was going to personally come to her town and deliver the prize to her. I tell you, man, they're really good with this, because as she told me this story, it sounded convincing. And it's something that didn't happen over a period of days. It was a period of weeks. So the first thing that happened, they told her that she needed to pay taxes on this prize money. The taxes on $10 million was $3,500. That should have been a red flag, because we all know that taxes on $10 million far exceeds $3,500. So they had her go to the drugstore and get prepaid Visa cards in the amount of $500 each. Give them the name of the card, the phone number, and the number on the back that she peeled off. You would have thought that whomever was taking her to the drugstore saw this. But they had her convinced to keep this confidential because the amount of the money, they didn't want anyone to rob her or take advantage of her. And that's where the game comes in, because this happened over a period of weeks. So over the period of time, they really got to know her. They realized that she was home alone, that no one was there. So they befriended her. They started to ask about her health, medications that she was taking, activities, church, family. They made it seem like they really cared. And each week, there was something different. So after they got the $3,500, then came the state fee. They told her that she had paid her taxes, but the state had put a fee on this check that she had to pay. The fee on that check was an additional $1,500. So back to the drugstore she went to get those Visa gift cards in the amount of $1,500 and give them the information on the back of the cards so they could collect. Next, okay, we got the taxes paid, the fee paid. Then comes a transportation cost for them to get the check to her. That was an additional $1,000 that she had to pay. So as you can see, this is starting to add up. So she had someone take her to the drugstore. She bought the gift card. Again, gave them the information on the back of the card so that they could get the fee that they were requesting for the transportation. Then they gave her a date when Steve Harvey would be arriving. And each week, the date would change for a different reason. But over the course of this time, when she was waiting to get this check, other people called. You see, they started now to share her information with other scammers. So they had other scammers calling her with other things that she won. I mean, it was things such as a grant. It was money that was in the States, unclaimed money. You know, those sort of things. They started calling her and saying that you had this and you had that. And they knew that she was home alone. So they took advantage of that, you know, to befriend her and turn her over to somebody else. It was even so strange that she told me somebody called her and told her that she had a relative to pass away and they had some land that she was entitled to. And they had all her information. They had the relative's name, the city and the county that the relative lived in, and so forth. And she believed this. And how they got that information was over the course of those weeks, they befriended her. And when they befriended her, they asked her a lot of questions. And all they were doing was just passing this information off to the next scammer. And I tell you, man, she got herself in a lot of trouble with debt because she was using credit cards, cash advances to go get the money to purchase these gift cards. Because as you know, you can't buy a Visa gift card with a credit card. It has to be cash. So she was using cash advances after she went through her savings to get this money. And the reason that I tell this story, because, you know, our seniors, man, they're at a point in their life where they don't have a lot of time. And they still believe the good in people. And she believed the good in people, though they took advantage of her. In her heart, she felt that they had her best interest. Even when we sat down going over her finances and tried to explain to her what happened, she still felt that they cared about her. And so I'm telling you this story so that we have to do better to protect our loved ones. Sometimes we may have to pry a little bit into their business to ensure that somebody is not taking advantage of them. But more importantly, we have to be involved. We can't allow them to spend so much time alone that they fall for these scams. And by listening to her, one of the big things was the loneliness, because they became somebody to talk to. So I share this story with you So hopefully you can be better at protecting your loved one and not let this happen to them. But that's a serious problem that we have in this country. And it's not only happened to seniors, it's happening to all of us. I get calls every day about a loan that I didn't apply for. They're waiting on me to give them the rest of my information to close this loan out, knowing that I hadn't applied for a loan. But if somebody is in need of something and they call them with that, hey, they think they got a blessing, and it's a scammer. Hey, as always, thanks for listening. Take care, stay safe. Deuces.